My name is Esperanza Spalding.
My name is Mick.
Our project, Prismid Sanctuary, lives in North Portland. We're a steward 3/4 of an acre. And a few years ago, well, really since the beginning of this project, we knew we would need to rebuild our facilities. It's a 1914 farmhouse with very limited capacity to hold the kind of community space that we realized we've been tasked with doing. So, as we've been working with our partners to devise and design this rebuild, we knew from day one that we wanted very extensive, cutting edge, clean energy and ecological loving infrastructure integrated into the foundation of our rebuild. So this grant allows us to include in our rebuild strategy really everything that you could, pretty much everything you could possibly include in a project of this size.
And it allows us to, as you said, resource the project with the infrastructure to allow clean energy to be regenerative and for us to be in good relationship with our land and with our surroundings and with our neighborhood. It feels important to the future of the world.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say the future of Black and Brown communities visioning. Mm-hmm. Because it's like we already know we can do the most with not enough resources. But I feel like part of our work as cultural workers and as artists is modeling what's possible when these dreams that have been moving through us for so many generations get the kind of capital that, you know, other commercial projects or other more privileged community members get. You know, when you add resource and time to the visions that have been cooking in disenfranchised communities, like what blossoms is, like you said, what the world needs.
I think what we've been in, which is this community visioning and dreaming and bringing into existence together. We've moved through this project with our relationship to land and our relationship to each other on land as the most important part of it. Mm-hmm. And everything else exists to create those visions. Mm. And that has been so incredibly enriching and moving and educational. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait for the time when our community steps into those buildings and uses them as envisioned and as intended. Mm. And it's complete, or it's just beginning, really. Mm-hmm. We're serving North Portland and inviting BIPOC artists and cultural workers across the metro region and country.
The communities that we're of and are serving are still sorely underheard, underseen, and underfunded. And so while this affords our organization, which is one of hundreds in the city who are doing work in constellation with what our work is. They're doing work in the adjacencies, in the adjacent, required responses and community that our organization is one of. So I think about how this is a drop in a very big bucket, really. And yes, we get to manifest this glowing emblem of what's possible, and it shouldn't be exceptional.
Yeah, and witnessing what PCEF has moved in our community to this point is powerful. Mm-hmm. And it's all building. All of our organizations are building with each other and with each other's knowledge, and through the confidence of seeing each other step into thrivance. Mm-hmm. Means that we all can step into that thrivance. We're learning from each other. We're pushing this fund towards what we need, and we have been since the beginning. We're collaborating with each other behind the scenes and before we present our projects to this fund. And there's just like incredible collaborations that are coming out of it, and community building And we are coming from this history of disenfranchisement, but we're moving towards this thriving future that's being envisioned for the next 7 generations. And that's the community building that I see being funded. So it can only get better. We just need to continue to do it, continue to refine the process, and ensure that everyone has access to this.